The cities of Dale and Erebor have always had close ties and a strong alliance up until their destruction by Smaug, the Desolator in the north. But in this video, we have a hypothetical battle. What would have happened if Thror, the king under the mountain's dragon sickness, which was brought on by his ring of power, consumed his mind and led to war with the city of Dale? We have a 650 point battle report between myself and Sean. This is a really good one. Let's get straight into it.
Welcome back to Conquest Creations. I'm Jacob, the Conquest Creator, and in this game it's my Dwarves going up against Sean's Dale. My army today is the Army of Thror, and they're actually my favorite army in the game to play. I've got Thror, Thrain, Thorin, Dwalin, and Balin, as well as 15 Grimhammers that have been upgraded to be the Guardians of the King, so they get an extra strength. This is a low model count army, but it packs a serious punch.
G'day, I'm Sean from the Last Alliance of Noobs and Men, down here in Melbourne, and I'll be staying a while, so you're going to see this face for a bit. Today I'm going to be running the love of my life, which is the Garrison of Dale, being led by Girion. I've got his two lieutenants. We've got the Captain Pierre and the Captain Dale. I've got a smattering of different troops, a bunch of bows, a bunch of spear and shields, a couple of banners, most importantly the new Dale Knights, and then to round it all off, 2 Wind Lancers.
My strategy for this game is just to run into Sean's guys, kill as many as possible, as quickly as possible, so that I can end this game quickly and hopefully have my guys on the objectives before Sean can reach them.
Honestly, the strategy for this game is I just want to have a bit of fun. Obviously there's the objectives, so I want to try and hold Jacob up, swing around the flanks, get onto those back objectives, and hopefully envelop him from behind to hold the center objective as well.
The terrain is an essential part of every wargame, and that's why here at Conquest Creations we've made the Kingdom of Dyrrak Deep. The board that we're playing on has been entirely designed here in Conquest Creations, and if you want to create a board just like it, you can find the STL files over on our website. We also have a Kickstarter for new terrain happening right now called the Kingdom of Azragor, which is that evil style terrain. If you want to get the Kingdom of Dyrrak Deep at a discounted price, you can go over and use it as an add-on on the existing Kickstarter.
We also have a building from the Kingdom of Azragor and the Kingdom of Dyrrak Deep for free on our website right now, so you can go and download them. The scenario that we're playing is domination, which means we have to place 5 objectives around the board. Because we have this awesome terrain, we're throwing the objectives in as many of the buildings as we possibly can, so it's going to make for some really interesting close quarters fighting. There is one of the objectives out in the open, and there's one in the dead center of the board. That's going to take us into deployment. And Sean started deploying first. He went with his converted Girion and his warband full of archers. They're all going along the railway, so they have a great vantage point. I went next with Balin, who's just a little single drop, so Sean countered my single drop by dropping one of his Wind Lancers. I decided there's no point being subtle. I dropped Thror and the 14 Guardians of the King dead center, ready to run forwards. Sean responded with his next Wind Lance, which was in a pretty predictable spot, so I countered with Thrain. I just have 2 warbands left. Sean went with his big block of combat warriors next, just behind the archers on the ground, ready to form a line that is probably going to do some damage to my dwarves. I went with young Thorin, and then Sean went with his next and final warband, another big block of combat infantry. I finished this off with Dwalin.
And the board is set. We are both deployed. Sean, any thoughts going into this game?
I'm just here for fun.
That sounds like a man who's about to go way too hard on me.
Yeah.
And turn 1 priority went to the Dwarves. We started off with a win. Let's hope we can maintain that. Now I'm just running forwards with everything. All of my Grimhammers, or Guardians of the King, have a throwing weapon, and Sean only has defense 5 on those archers. He has a ton of shots at me, but I'm going to be able to throw a ton of weapons back at him. I'm not sure that was the plan that he was expecting, but it's going to be really funny. And everyone else just around the board is pushing forwards so that I can get towards the Dale guys. That went over to Sean's movement, where he's just advancing through the buildings, playing defensively because he knows he has the shooting advantage, or I think he hopes he has the shooting advantage, and is going to play accordingly. He's holding these doorways with the Knights of Dale. If I charge them, they get +1 to wound, which means I'll wound my dwarves on 5s, which is kind of ripping through my very expensive defense 7, and on the flanks he's running forwards with his superior numbers.
And that is turn 1 movement done, and this is a massive turn for shooting. I'm going first. I've got 11 dwarf throwing weapons. all of them in this line are just going up against archers. I'm hitting on 5s. And 3 hits, I'm killing on 5s here. That's 2 kills on Dale archers.
I hate
That one, and you know what? I'll let you pick the next one.
Him. So in retaliation, I have 10 Dale bowmen, then I will have Girion, and then I'll have 2 Wind Lancers. So I'll start off with the 10 Dale bowmen. Didn't move, so they're hitting on 3s. Ooh, not great. Shout out to any heroics for that 6 there. And now I need 6s to kill because you are D7.
Yeah, please don't kill anyone.
I'll get a big Warg 6 to drop one of them. Nice. I've got Big Dog Girion, who has his rapid fire special rule. So every time he hits, he will get another shot up to 3. He's also just going at Grim Hammers. So hitting on 3s, misses the first shot. Sensational.
Well, that was very underwhelming.
I hate myself.
Sean's first Wind Lance fired, hit, but then rolled a 1 on the scatter, so missed entirely.
The second Wind Lance, let's see if it's equally as good. Going at Thror, it does not hit. For the culture, I'm going to use a point of might.
All right.
And it's going to go up to a 3 to hit.
So you're really trying to hit Thror early.
If I get lucky and drop him, we're in a good spot.
Yeah, all
the
right.
chances are low, but it's fun. All right, now to see the scatter roll. Big direct hit.
Okay, direct hit on Thror.
Strength 10 hit. You're D9.
D9, so that's 4s.
I need 4s. I have no might.
This would be amazing if you can get Thror turn 1.
Let's go!
Okay. There's a wound on Thror. I'm going to use the Arkenstone. This is a 3-up fate, but if I get it on a 4, it comes back to me. Conquest 6, let's go.
We could have had something special, but he had to ruin it.
Well, that was a massive relief not to lose my leader. Now that takes us into turn 2, where priority went to Sean, and he is just shimmying around his Warriors of Dale in this building, and on the right flank, he's rushing out of this building towards my weaker side. I have Balin and a couple Dwarves there, but that is not very many compared to his captain and several Knights and Warriors of Dale. In the middle, he is charging into me with his Knights of Dale. Now this was interesting. I was expecting him to stay still, but I think he was worried about the damage that my throwing weapons could do if I just stayed still and threw those weapons up at his archers. He's sending a group of warriors up to the top of the forges where there is an objective, and some of the archers are running down into the buildings. It seems like these archers are abandoning their posts in exchange for combat. That takes it into my move, where Thror charged in to 2 of the Knights of Dale. This will give them +1 to wound against him, but he's D9, I do not care. And the rest of my heroes just charge into combat, and finally I have one Grimhammer in the back who's running towards this objective so he can sit there all game.
And this was a very different shooting phase to last turn. I've got nothing to shoot. Sean, anything from you?
Look, you've not given me anything to shoot at, which is why I initially moved all my bows. I did leave Girion in the hopes that there was something to shoot at, but alas, there is nothing.
All right. Do you have any captains in combat?
I have
think so.
no captains in combat.
So I have 5 heroes in combat. And you know what? Maybe controversially, I'm not going to call anything, because if I can just use each of those heroes to get a kill, that's 5 kills.
Yeah, it's big.
And the combat phase started off on the right side where Balin won his fight despite being the same fight as the Warriors of Dale. They just pushed back, he didn't get a kill. Now the defense 7 from my Dwarves is pretty helpful because even when I lose the fights, generally I'm surviving. Dwalin managed to do his job and get an easy kill. After that, Thrain lost his fight just to a single knight and was pushed back.
Our next fight is Thror in there fighting 1 Knight of Dale. Are you going to fight me?
I'm going to shield like a coward.
Yeah, you are a coward. I want a 4.
Oh no! I do have a banner though.
You do have a banner.
Into a 4. That
No.
will stick with you though.
I am fight 6. Your defense 6, strength 4. I need a 5 here.
See you
There we
later,
go.
son.
Take him out.
In the next fights, my Dwarves were doing pretty well. I managed to push back one of the Knights of Dale, and then a Knight of Dale who was outnumbered was killed. Down the track, I won more fights, but Thorin managed to break my streak. He lost his fight and took a wound. He's only defense 7 because he doesn't have the Oaken Shield. And we finished off the turn by losing another Dwarf.
And priority went to the Dwarves. Sean, what'd you do about it?
So my boy Pierre over here on loan from Lake Town. has called a heroic move in order to stop Balin and hopefully get into the backboard with his boys there.
Yeah, so obviously there's an objective back in this building and in the brewery over there. So I will also call a heroic move with Balin because I don't want that to happen. I want to just hold you up as long as possible. But I really don't have enough dwarves over there. You want to do the roll-off? Dwarves are evil because we're greedy and have dragon sickness.
That'll go to you.
Perfect. So with Balin's move, I'm actually going to be a little bit of a coward, and he's going to push back to defend this building because that is the objective, is to keep our objectives safe.
Now, even if I kill all of Sean's troops, he can still win this game if he just has a few guys alive on each of the objectives. And on this flank, I'm really concerned that that's going to happen. Balin's majorly outnumbered, and he's the weakest of all my heroes. Elsewhere around the table, I'm just charging him where I can. I've just said stuff it. I don't care about these Knights of Dale getting +1 to wound. I'm going to charge them, and they're only wounding on 5, so hopefully I can still win the fight and kill them. And everyone else is just piling in, and this dwarf in the building ran behind the bar to get that objective. That goes into Sean's move.
Why are you going to leave the Windlance there?
Well, the Windlance is a piece of trash. Always has been, always will be. So it's very good at blocking small holes and not allowing... The dwarves are now going to have to go a bit of the long way around.
Yeah.
So it takes them 3 inches to go there. I'll then move another 3 inches with these guys past that. And they're not charging anyone. They're just going to stand in spots and hold people up for another turn.
Yeah, okay.
This Windlance is going to do a similar thing where it's going to come up in here. And it's just going to sit there. And that's not enough for a 25mm base to get through, so you have to come a long way there. And these guys are going to pop up in here.
Now, I can destroy them if I want. It's just a lot more effort for me.
It's just, it holds you up for a turn to sit there and destroy them.
Exactly.
And because Sean has so many more troops than me, he's able to get several traps against my army.
And this captain is going to slapdash straight out of that building through this little hole.
Yes.
Captain out through that causeway, bang, and he's going to hit these two.
Nice. So for those of you who think he just traveled through a wall, this is one of my favorite parts of all of Direct Deep, is this secret little doorway underneath that ramp. And Sean just played me with it. Usually get a home field advantage on these, but I wasn't expecting that.
He did have to duck a little bit going under, but he made it through, and he's probably going to fail us. Anyway, I'll finish off by throwing some more spear supports.
Nice. And surely these archers have to get all the way up there.
Absolutely. He's going to go sit up here.
Yeah.
He'll sit up here.
Oh, yeah.
And he'll sit up here. So these three best friends, if any shots arrive, they will take it. Now, Girion is the big question. What do I do with Sir Giza? He's really not got much going on for him. So I will probably just shuffle him over this way.
Yeah, getting towards that ramp so you can climb down.
Yeah. And then for my final movement, I have these guys in the building here who are going to walk out and sit on this objective.
And at the start of the combat phase, I've decided not to declare any heroic combats. Sean, any from yourself?
Heroic, just hang out.
Yeah, fair. All right, let's get into it.
Let's do it.
The fight phase started across with Balin's objective, where Sean's captain managed to get a kill, the next knights managed to get a kill, and finally they killed a third dwarf in a row. That hurts.
Our next fight is Dwalin in here, fighting against your bannerman. If I win this, I should kill you. Well, I will kill you.
You should.
Nothing better than a bit of controversy.
Oh!
Okay, hang on. Thror counts as a 6-inch banner for me. You did it with my own dice as well.
I did.
Insulted. That's a 5. You're on a 5 as well because you're a banner, so I will win that.
You will.
All right. You're
nice.
D5. I'm strength 5.
Ooh.
That's 1 wound, which is all I needed.
Yeah.
You're dead. Now that bannerman can't pass off because the other guy's engaged, so that is the first of 2 banners. Done.
Success.
And following that, my next dwarf was pushed back but survived against the Knight of Dale. Thror had a good turn this time, killing 2 Knights of Dale. That is a lot of points that he's just taken out. And in here, I was able to choose a fight where I actually trapped Sean. Next, I had some Grimhammers pushed back by the captain, but they didn't die. That defense 7 is really keeping them standing. Thrain unsurprisingly got a kill this time. He underperformed last turn, but didn't repeat that. Thorin lost his fight again, but didn't take a wound this time. I'm still not very impressed with him. Elsewhere, these dwarves are just being pushed back, and we did take another casualty, which was really unfortunate because I'm running out of guys. I lost 5 this turn.
Brutal turn. I've killed 10 Warriors of Dale, including a banner. You've killed 7 dwarves, which is not nice. I don't like the sound of that. Let's roll priority.
Let's do it.
I'm on a 5.
I got a 6.
Goes to you on the Conquest 6.
Big.
Look, I'm concerned about Balin's well-being, but I'll be concerned about it whether or not I have priority, I think. I will use my will point from Balin to re-roll my priority, try to get a 6. I did not. I got a 2, so that's your priority.
It's mine. Not going to call anything?
After a long think, I will be calling one with Thorin in there. Now, it's never ideal for me to move first here because those Knights of Dale will get +1 wound, but it'll give me a few throwing weapons, which I like. And Sean, have you counted my move?
I have. So Billy Bob over here, the siege veteran, is using his point of might to call a heroic move as well.
All right, let's see the roll-off.
Jacob is evil. I'm good. So 4, 5, 6 goes to me. It'll go to Jacob on a 2.
Evil. All right, greedy dwarves. Let's go for it.
Now, I called this one because if I didn't move first, I was going to get trapped a ton. I'm still going to get trapped a bit, but not as badly. I managed to get a kill with my throwing weapon this turn, which really, really helped out. When I charge, I can throw a weapon. If I kill a model, I can keep moving, and it really opened up some space for me. That went to Sean's move, where he just stacks on Balin. He wants to kill him because he's holding up ground. And then over the side with Thorin, he couldn't quite squeeze through that gap. So this one Grimhammer is saving Thorin, himself, and a bunch of other guys from being trapped. What a hero.
So Girion coming down. What's the thoughts there, Sean?
Look, he's not doing anything up top of that bridge. So he's just coming down. Hopefully he can share his might around. And if need be, I can hopefully swing him into Thorin, who has taken a wound, strike up. And if I get him in a good position, I might be able to take him out.
Yeah, so Girion's the only strike in the army. So he is pretty important in that regard. There's no shooting this turn.
No.
So that's going to go into combats. Now, I do have a heroic to declare here. No surprise at all. I'm going to go for a heroic combat with Thrain in there. He's fighting your captain, but he's got 2 friends to help him out. I reckon I can get a kill. Yep. Anything from yourself?
There will be nothing from me.
All right. Let's see it. I've also called 2 arms using young Thorin. This gives all dwarves within 3 inches of him +1 strength. So I should absolutely obliterate this captain.
Captain should go. He's only D5 because he doesn't have a shield in this game. He's rocking a bow, which has not been used at all.
Not WYSIWYG. Shame on you, Sean.
You're welcome.
All right, you set the bar.
It's tiny.
It's good. All right. Thrain's first round of strikes, he's strength 5 because of Thorin, and he gets +1 wound. This is 3s to wound.
Dead.
You're dead.
This is a nice kill. Thrain is absolutely brutal. I'm using this to reposition 2 of my Grimhammers and just send Thrain into another guy. I want to keep my momentum up and keep getting lots of kills.
Our next fight is Balin fighting your captain and 3 friends. I'll set the bar. I've got 2 attacks. I'm not good.
So these are the regular boys who will get the big 5.
All right, so I'm defense 5.
So they will need 5s because they're strength 3. So I'll start off with them. There is one wound,
and then the captain.
And the captain, who also needs 5s and has a point of might if need be. Oh.
Young Balin has 2 fate, so he will just take 1 wound and survive.
Young Balin is the lowest defense in my whole army, so I'm glad that he's still alive, but he is looking very outnumbered in there, and I'm worried about him for next turn. Thorin managed to win his fight, but he did have to spend a point of might to win it, and he didn't get a kill, so Thorin is still massively underperforming so far. We're getting kills around the rest of the table and pushing them back. I managed to kill the banner bearer, but he just passed it off to his mate. Thror got another kill, who's being consistent, just killing a couple guys here and there. And Thrain, of course, got another kill. He's so good. I love Thrain. Dwellin lost his fight though and pushed back.
It's an interesting point in the game. Lines have well and truly clashed. I've lost 8 of my 19 models, so I'm only 2 off breaking. I've killed 16 of Sean's 44, but that does include a banner and a captain, so that makes it look all right. And a lot of my heroes are still very, very strong. Priority this turn has gone to Dale. I tried to use one of Balin's will points to re-roll that, but I still lost priority. So I'm going to call a heroic move with Thrain. Sean, are you going to do anything?
I am not going to do anything this turn.
At this stage in the game, I have a ton more might on the board than Sean does, so I'm really leveraging that to get ahead. And because of this, none of my guys in this area are going to be trapped this turn because I was able to move first. Sean could have called a heroic move with Girion, but he was stuck behind all his troops. He has sent 2 troops towards this objective where my Grimhammer is just hanging out, so it's going to be an interesting fight in the bar there. And some of his guys are walking around to start to envelop me because I've lost a lot of casualties on the right flank. Girion has charged into combat. Here's fight 5, so hopefully he can kill a dwarf per turn. And these guys are running into the Tomb of Kings and coming in behind Barland, but they didn't have the movement to be able to trap him this turn, so hopefully I can survive.
And the movement phase is over. There's a lot of Dale models on the board moving around, but the dwarves that are alive are very strong. Importantly, this is an objective in here. I've got one dwarf who's there holding it, and some of these Dale guys have come in to try to claim it. I'm going to throw my weapon at the Dale warrior with D5. I hit on a 4. I've hit, and I need a 5 to kill him. Got it. All right, nice.
Well, I hated that.
Yeah, that was not very fun for that guy. And Sean, any heroics for you this turn?
No, not from me.
And there's none from me. I've still got plenty of might, but I think this game's going to go for a while still, so I'm going to hold on to it. You've got priority. Where do you want to start?
Let's start with Barlin over there.
Yeah, this is an
and
interesting one.
Get rid of this boy.
I'll set the bar for you.
I still do have 1 might.
Yep.
So this is the regular boy, and this is the captain. Gets the 5.
Yep, so you've won the fight. Now, you wounded me last turn. I've got 2 fate, 1 wound, defense 5.
So I need 5s all around. Regular boy gets a 6. And my captain. I have to use might before your fate, don't I?
That's correct.
Do I confirm the kill if I use the might?
You don't. If you do the...
I'm going to use the might because he's not doing anything with might over that side of the board.
All right, 2 fate. I need to pass both of them to survive. And I do.
So
beautiful.
1 wound.
1 wound, no fate, no might, 1 will left. He is almost gone.
Well, that was a relief. Dwalin followed up by killing one of the siege veterans, and then Thror killed the other siege veteran, so they are entirely out of the game. My Grimhammer managed to win the fight against Girion. I tried to get the leader wound, but didn't quite pull it off. When Thorin went into his fight, he unfortunately lost his fight and took another wound, so he's 1 wound, 3 fate left. Thrain finished the turn for me by taking out the banner bearer. And that goes into turn 6 where I got priority, and Barlin is just trying to run away to survive but still keep that objective, and Thrain is just charging into some bad guys.
And this young brave dwarf is going to charge into Girion, and we're going to try to get the leader wound. So here we go, throwing weapon. I've hit on a 4, but the roll of a 2 will not get that wound. He's just going to go into Girion. And this dwarf is going to get to here, and these rocks are climbable. He's climbed up. Someone's going to go and get that top objective.
Now Dwalin is running towards Barlin, hoping he can save him in time, but I don't think he's going to get there. And that goes into Sean's move where, unsurprisingly, he charged into Barlin with his captain. And on this other objective, Sean's Knight of Dale charged into my Grimhammer. This means I could lose both of those objectives this turn.
And with the move phase done, we're straight into the shooting phase where these 3 Dale archers that are holding the objective are just going to shoot at my dwarf who's running up there to challenge. They all have in the ways because of the roof. Hitting on 3s, let's see it.
This black one actually hits on 4s because he moved. He hits, and the other 2 on 3s. So 3 hits.
All right, in the ways.
5+ in the way because it's a building.
Yep.
Pre-constructed. None go through.
Nice. And this is the state of our board. As you can see, there's a skirmish with an almost dead Barlin on this objective. There's a skirmish with a trapped Grimhammer on this objective and a bunch of fighting in the middle. I'm still 2 models away from breaking. The big difference is, Sean, you're also 2 models away from breaking now.
It's big. It's big.
It's big. This game ends on quarter, so it could go quickly from there. In the combat phase, do you have any heroics to declare?
I do not.
All right. And I do not either. I'm just going to use my might points to make sure I get those kills.
The fight phase started off in the tavern where I won the fight, but I didn't manage to kill the knight, so we're going to continue our bar fight next turn. Next up, Barlin lost his fight. He was pushed back, which meant he fell, and unfortunately, Barlin died, which means I'm 1 model away from breaking. In this fight, I managed to win, didn't get the kill. Thror went next. He still has 3 points of might, so I decided that I would spend one of them to get the kill. That means that Sean is also 1 model off breaking. And in the very next fight, my Grimhammer managed to get the kill. Finally, Thorin performed and got a kill, and then this Grimhammer died as well. That means that we've both broken at the exact same moment. Thrain finished without killing anything this turn. That was a little bit disappointing from the old boy, but this guy managed to lose his fight, but survive a bunch of attacks.
That was an action-packed turn. You killed Balin and 1 other dwarf, which means I am broken. Sean, how many of your guys are now dead?
You killed 3 of my guys, which breaks me.
Yeah, so both breaking on the same turn. It's going to get very interesting from here. Game ends on quarter. Let's roll priority.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I got a 6.
Entmoot 6. I've got a Conquest 4.
I'll take it.
That will go to you.
I decided I'd call a heroic move with young Thorin. Sean countered by calling one with Girion. I still have a ton of might and he is slowly running out.
Let's see the roll-off. 1, 2, 3 goes evil.
All right.
4, 5, 6 goes good.
Rabtastic has rolled me a number of 6s.
Yep.
So let's go
Let's see it, Rabtastic. Come on.
No!
Goes evil. Okay. I'm moving first. Now I need to figure out what I'm going to do. Yeah.
With a strike.
Thorin's going to charge. He's going to charge. Throwing weapon Girion. Hits. Oh, that is a wound on Girion. So Girion's copped a wound from a throwing weapon on the way in. I think your gut feeling to call that move was correct, but the dice betrayed you. What are you going to do? You're going to... Well, you need to pop the Fate, right? Because he's your leader. That's VP's.
Yeah. So the Fate will be going.
It's a 1 on the Fate.
Do I use the next one? Actually, oh, fuck. No.
All right. So you're just taking a wound.
Yeah.
Now that is my heroic move done. So it goes into your normal move. Sean, where do you want to start?
So he's stuck there, isn't he?
He's stuck there. That dwarf wants to go and get the objective, but he has to stay within 6 of Thorin. Bit unfortunate, but that's just how it is.
We'll start with the easy stuff first.
Yeah.
Old mate.
But he does need to do that courage test.
He does. See you. Courage 4.
Hey.
Bullshit.
Think of it this way. He just survived the battlefield. He ran away. He's gone home to his wife, his son. It's beautiful.
Nah, we're like the Romans. If you desert, you die.
You know what? Fair enough. Because he's just dogged you an objective in there, I reckon.
Let's do Pierre.
Pierre, the captain.
He's fine.
He's fine. So
There's a
all
10.
of those guys within 6 inches
So
of him
they're
are fine.
laughing.
Where do they want to end up? Because
so
there's a young, angry Dwalin running straight towards him.
he's going to hit that door. Pierre's going to sit right behind. And this guy's going to sit right behind.
Yeah, just build a wall of guys in between Dwalin and the objective.
These 2. The first one. Loves it. Second one. Loves it.
Is good. So you still have 2 guys on that objective, all right?
Now I've got these 3 up here. So the first one.
3 big rolls.
Loves it. Courage 3. Next one. Loves it. Next one. Loves it.
So look, you passed all the courage tests, but you failed one that was really important.
The big one.
And now, of course, I was broken, but Thrain has a battlefield-wide stand fast rule, which is keeping all my guys around.
Yes.
Sean's archers desperately fired at this Grimhammer who's going to be storming up the railway, but didn't manage to kill him.
Takes us into the combat phase. Any heroics, Sean?
Yeah, so Big Dog Girion is going to call one, and he's going to attempt to rush the brewery.
Yeah, so get into this objective where his knight just ran away. All right, let's do that fight. All right, my Grimhammer. Oh, it's not a good start.
A regular boy. Oh, gets a 1.
It's also not a good start.
But that's all I needed.
A 1 will win because of your fight value. Now, I am within 6 of Thror, so I'll re-roll my banner to a 4.
Oh, Girion now. Oh, no! Hiya!
Yeah. So Girion's taken a wound. I'm going to strike Girion.
Yeah, very cool. Bye, Girion.
No way.
In the arms of an angel.
Well, that was lucky. I love that. And Thror went next. He managed to get a kill pushing a guy back, and just around the battlefield, I was actually killing pretty well, and that's why with Thrain, I decided that rather than striking normally, I would bash. Bash is a non-lethal strike that would have knocked Sean's guys prone if I'd rolled well.
That was a quick combat phase, but with Girion going down, things are looking dire for Dale. Unfortunately for me, they're currently holding 3 of the objectives, so if they keep their hold on all 3 of those, they will win this fight.
Priority went to me this turn. I decided just to charge in with young Dwalin because I want him to get towards that objective. And I'm running this guy up the railway because, again, I need to get that objective. At the moment, if the game finished, I would be a loser even though I'm killing all of Sean's guys. Thrain is also headed up that way. We need some hitting power just in case those Warriors of Dale stick around, and all these guys are just rushing onto that center objective. Currently, I only hold the brewery entirely on my own. This one's still in contention.
So my movement is over. Sean, you're 5 models away from quartered. What are you doing over here?
All right, so coming to my move, I'm going to elect to not do Pierre's courage first.
Yep.
And I'm going to do these 2 regular boys first in hopes that they run away and hopefully ending the game as soon as possible.
Do be careful of Dwallin's heroic combat in there, but let's see it.
Absolutely.
All right.
First one. He just loves it.
He loves it.
The
He's
next
too
one.
happy.
He's gone.
All right. Now Pierre.
Pierre is a
He
happy
loves
man.
it. Thank you, Rabtastic. What a roll.
What a great dude. Pierre's going to just chill there.
Yeah, okay. Holding the line.
Next one,
Go
hates
on.
it. Next one, loves it.
All right. That is exactly what you wanted.
First guy,
Is gone.
gone. Next guy, gone. Come on.
Last one.
Oh, we
Stays
clutched
around.
it.
Exactly what you asked for. Does that mean you're quartered?
I need one more to quarter.
One more to quarter.
I have 2 guys. This
All right.
guy's courage 4. He loves it. And the next guy,
Courage 3. Loves it.
I thought he did.
So both of them charging Thorin.
Yes.
All right. That's going to go into your shooting. You do have 2 shots, and this might matter if you don't quarter this turn. So 2 shots going into this Grimhammer at the top, I assume.
2 into the Grimhammer.
Absolutely.
They are clear. Both
2
hit.
hits. A 6 will take him down.
Oh. If
so
only it was
close.
Clash by Moonlight.
All right. Now, in the combat phase, if I kill 1 model, I will lose the game. And that is a big problem because I have a very angry young Dwalin right there. And I have a Thorin who doesn't have any non-lethal strikes. Here's my plan. I've just changed my mind. I was going to do a bunch of heroic combats. I'm not doing any. I'm just going to rely on botching my dice rolls so that I don't kill anyone this turn. All right. All of my Grimhammers are going to bash, which is a non-lethal strike, so they won't kill anyone. Thror's going to shield, so he's not going to kill anyone. The 2 that matter are young Dwalin, who has 3 attacks, strength 5, and is very angry, no non-lethal strikes, and young Thorin. Let's do all those, and then get to the 2 that matter.
I am so nervous in this last fight phase because the game 100% relies on me not killing any of Sean's models.
So here we go. This is the one that really matters, the first of 2 that really matter. It's Thorin fighting against a Knight of Dale and a Warrior of Dale. I want to lose this fight. You want me to win this fight.
Yes.
This is so confusing. All right, let me set the bar. You set the bar, actually. It's a 5. And sorry, feel free to say this is not okay, but I will be declaring fainting to lower my fight by D3.
Yeah, that's disgusting, but fair enough. Oh, the 6.
Banner reroll on
no.
the 6.
Yep. No.
Okay, we're matched on a 5, but I need to see what my fight value is. It goes down by D3. I'm fight 3. That means you've just won that fight.
Well, if I can kill Thorin, he's got 1 wound, 3 fate.
Yep,
There's a wound.
there's a wound.
Roll your fate, son. No.
First fate,
It's
pass.
fine.
And our last fight is Young Dwalin. Young Dwalin is going to use his Berserker special rule, or is he? So it lowers his fight by D3, but it means he re-rolls failed wounds. So it makes me more likely to lose the fight, but also more likely to kill you. I'm just going to strike normal. Just going to strike normal. Oh, yes. Not a 6. Yes! Okay. You're D5. I'm strength 5.
Come on. Kill me. Kill me.
It's just a 4.
Oh!
Yes! Yes, 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 yes. Yes. I pick up my dice. This guy pushes back. Sean.
This is giving me flashbacks to the Dale versus Moria game, where in that game I played the game perfectly, still lost. In this one I should have lost the game, almost clutched it, and now I'm going to lose.
And this priority went to Sean, which I was okay with because it means he has to take a bunch of courage tests, and he started failing quite a few of these. which is really, really good for me because the less guys he has, the better I'm going to do. And on this objective, he failed the courage test, meaning he no longer controls it. His captain charged into Dwalin, and then it was my move where I just tied him up.
This dwarf here has a very important courage test to pass.
Oh, he loves it.
He does love it. So that means he is going to run up.
And throwing weapon.
And I don't think I'm going to be able to charge you. So I'll just get within 3 inches. I'm going to throwing weapon you. You're going to shoot me. May the best ranged warrior win. This is a legendary archery battle. Now, Sean pointed out he actually has another archer down here. You've got 2 shots going at my Grimhammer. No in the ways, clear shots.
So this guy will hit on 4s because he did move. Nope. So this is the all-important one. Rob-tastic, do it for me. Old mate, into old love.
Rabtastic betrayed you. All right,
Just when I needed him the most.
my throwing weapon back. Hits.
Oh.
Gets the kill. Dead. Young Dwalin called to combat using his first point of might, seeing if I can kill Pierre and kill another guy. On a 5, I've still got a point of might.
Right, the other guy.
Got a 5.
Yeah.
On 5s. We're
You'll
both
win it.
fight 5.
Yes, we are.
I'll use my
actually.
last point of might to win that.
Yep.
And Pierre's D6.
D4. D5, sorry.
3 wounds.
See you later, son.
See you, buddy.
Goodbye, Pierre.
Now, I presume he would have made way to the side, so then young Dwalin,
Just pops in.
charge and wrap. I don't think I'll be within 3 of that other objective, but that's all right.
And we just finished up our final fight phase. Thror had called a heroic combat, so we killed one Warrior Dale and jumped onto the next one, and we managed to kill him as well, which means that we claimed that objective fully, which was really, really nice. Around the battlefield, the rest of them raged, but it didn't really matter.
And here we are at the end of the game. Sean will score this objective, and he will score points for breaking me. So he's on 3. I will score 1, 2, 3 objectives, kill the leader, and broke him. So I'm on 8 points. The victory to the Dwarves of Erebor.
This match was an absolute blast to play, and if you had a good time watching it, we have a heap of other videos on the channel. This one is a massive siege battle that we played using the Kingdom of Direct Deep terrain, and this one is a crafting video about how I made this board. Thanks for watching.